Good morning, Detox family. It's Coach Scotty here with Daily Mindset video number 10. And today's mindset video is about mindset. So what we're trying to do here, what we are doing here is developing the mindset for success. And I hope that I'm your daily little motivation mindset shot of adrenaline to kickstart you and jump you off into the day positive and revved up and educated and ready to go. Because this is a challenge, and it's always a challenge. Eating well is not how life is designed anymore. Eating well is not normal anymore. Eating comfortable, eating super tasty, eating convenient is what's normal now. So eating super well, you've got to go against the grain. And exercise is not readily available anymore at all. You have to do all kinds of hurdles to make it happen. You have to create it. It's not in your daily routine like it was in high school. Remember high school? You just go to gym class every day. It was there for you. You just facility and it was in the schedule. That's not the case anymore. So it needs to be in your schedule. And it's tough. You have a big day at work and I don't feel like it and I'm tired and I'm really craving fill in the blank. You have to have a bulletproof mindset. You have to make that decision. And you did, because you're here. Decide comes from the Latin word decidere, which means to cut off. To cut off. I'm done with that. I'm doing this. And it needs to be that. Look, I said it in the intro PowerPoint presentation when I talked about this whole thing. I showed photos. I wasn't always in shape. I used to be Mr. Sugarface. I had sugar all the time, dessert with my dessert. I love fatty foods and junk, and I ate like a moron. I was totally out of shape. I was weak and chubby and no muscle tone, no endurance. I had bad acne even into my 30s because I ate like an idiot. We would spend all this money and go skiing. We would do a ski trip, and I'd do one run and be exhausted. That's a drag. That's not any fun. It sucked. It's so much more fun now. I go skiing, even if I haven't skied in a long time, I can ski forever. And that's bananas awesome. I can tell you stories about that, but I won't. So when I went from 235 pounds in my days of architecture, and I went to the gym and got a week pass, and the lady there, Vera, gave me a video cassette. That's how old this was, a video cassette. And it was called Body of Work by Bill Phillips. And I'll put the link in. You can watch it online for free on YouTube now. And yeah, there's a few cheesy parts, but it's a really good, it's kind of called a docudrama because part of it's documentary and part of it they kind of made up because they were partway through when they realized, hey, we should film this. And they're not all the best actors. But it was about real people that did a 12-week challenge, and it was phenomenally inspiring. And I sat and watched that video, and I bawled because I knew my life would never be the same again. I knew it. I was done with the way things were. That was just over. And I gutted my pantry and I went shopping and I got all this healthy food and I got books on nutrition and I hired a coach and I started working with a trainer and thankfully he was one of my friends. It didn't cost me any money, but I did all these things to change and it was unbelievable. And my life has never been the same again because in that moment I decided and I was done with the old way. There was no going back. And even if you're a little bit wishy-washy, like if you're like, oh, well, I should get in shape. So, I'll do this 21 days and I'll do this thing. I'll give it a try and I'm sure it'll be fine. And maybe I'll lose a few pounds and then I'll go back to what's comfortable. Like if you're going to do that, like if you're wishy-washy about this, you're going to be a candle in the wind. And like candles are nice in a controlled environment, but they're fragile and frail and the slightest breeze destroys them. You need to be an LED light bulb. You need to be an outdoor LED light bulb. A daylight, high wattage, full spectrum LED light bulb. Nothing can shake me. That's what you got to be. You got to be that. And That's something you just develop. People go, oh, I wish I could be like you. I'm normal. I have weaknesses and I fall apart once in a while too. But you need to constantly circle back to that. And so here's what you can do, because this is one of the things I did in the beginning. When I saw this video, Body of Work, and I was just so inspired. They talked about visualization, and I'm a big fan of it. And so I went on the internet and I found a picture of a guy that looked kind of like me, was like the same, height and age, but he had a six-pack abs. He's in really good shape. And I printed the picture and I cut his head off and I put my head on it. And I taped it on my mirror. And I looked at it every morning. I'm going to look like that. I'm going to look like that. And I visualized me looking like that. And you know what? If you keep programming that in day after day after day, eventually your subconscious mind just goes, okay, we're going to look like that. And then it just starts to seek out things that are in alignment with you looking like that. You just will. You're telling me you want that? Fine, we'll do that. That's how it works. And it's the same in so many things. I know when I first signed up for an Ultraman, which sign up and registration is in February, the race isn't until November. Like, I've done 4 Ultramans, well, 3.5. I couldn't do an Ultraman right now. I'm not in shape for an Ultraman. I need a year to get ready. A really hard year to get my body ready. That's the power of it, though. Like, as soon as I sign up for that race, it's locked in stone and I'm there. And every single training session, doesn't matter whether it's January, June, July, doesn't matter. Every training session, I'm picturing being at the World Championships, racing for all the marbles with my country's flag on my back. And it motivates me. It's so powerful. You need to have something that motivates you, whatever that is. Look, I'm 51 and it's different now. Things respond a little slower. I need to work a little bit harder for that next edge. I have to be a little bit more careful about my nutrition because I gain fat a little easier if I'm not careful. So it's different now. And I have to have that focus even better, even more. It's more important now, especially after the crash. That changed things. But it's still awesome. It's still worthy. And it's still all about visualization. You need to visualize your success. So if you don't have the technology to take a photo off the internet and put your head on it, here's what I'll do it for you. All you need to do is pick out the fit person photo and send it to me, and take a good photo of your head and send it to me, and I'll put them together. I've got Photoshop. I will do that for you and I will hand it over to you, message it. So I want you to commit to staring at a healthy, fit person with your face on it every day for the next 11 days. It's 11 days. We're on day 10. It's 11 days. I want you to focus on it every day and reprogram your subconscious for the fit, healthy person you want to be. And it doesn't have to be like a shredded supermodel. Just pick whatever you want to look like, however healthy you want your body to be from where you are now. It doesn't matter. You're you get to choose. This is your goal, not mine. It doesn't have to look anything like what I want. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Like I said, if you need a hand, let me know. I will help you. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to take a photo, put your head on it and stare at it every day, I want you to write in the word, I commit, at the bottom of this. Awesome. Happy training.